bop. Shake, shake, shakety, shake, shabop. There'll always be a time. Wah, 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 wah. When we fly at night and stars shining bright up in the skies above. Or at high school dance where you find romance. Maybe it might be rebel, 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 ding-a-ding, ding-a-dong, shoo-ah, shoo-ah, wah, yippity-boom-de-boom. Shake, shake, shakety, shake, shoo-bop, dip-da-dip-da-dip-dee-wop, dee-doo-dee-doo. Boogity, 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 shoo-be-doo-wop, shoo-bop, sha-da-da-da-da-da-da, yippity-boom-de-boom. Rebel, 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 ding-a-ding-ding-dong, shoo-bop, shoo-ah, wah, yippity-boom-de-boom. Shake, shake, shakety, shake, shoo-bop, dip-da-dip-da-dip-dee-wop, doo-doo-dee-doo. Boogity, 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 shoo-be-doo-wop, shoo-bop, sha-da-da-da-da-da-da, yippity-boom-de-boom. Wop and boom, wop and boom. For each other like a wop and boom, wop and boom. Just like my brother, sha-da-da-da-da-da-da, yippity-boom-de-boom. Shake, shake, shakety, shake, shabop. We'll always be together. Woo! Yeah! Always be together. We'll always be together.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention please? UCF and Valencia dignitaries, elected officials, and Dr. Phillips board members, at this time, please make your way to the front of the stage to the reserved seats. Once again, UCF and Valencia dignitaries, elected officials, and Dr. Phillips board members, you have reserved seats in front of the stage. Please make your way to the seats at this time. Other audience members, at this time, please begin to take your seats. Our program will begin shortly. Thank you.
Oh, hello again. Hello. Oh, what a great day.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? All audience members, we do have seats available at the stage. Please make your way to your seats at this time. Our program will begin shortly. Thank you.
Yes, that's fine.
Looking for Commissioner Chase. Where did you see him? I saw him right over there. Okay, I made a quick lap. I said, hey, let's be up front. Yeah, he can hold one on the He's here. Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the downtown campus groundbreaking. Together, we're building the future of Orlando. Take a look.
Our commitment from day one has been to create a vibrant, energetic campus that includes lots of different kinds of experiences. We want it to be a place that supports learning in lots of different ways.
It's being built and designed so that the majority of the learning can happen in active and collaborative ways.
The fact that UCF and Valencia are coming downtown and working together to establish this downtown campus is a unique opportunity.
Certainly it'll be anchored by our new Dr. Phillips Academic Commons, but it will see in the design that our Center for Emerging Media is pulled into that campus from the very beginning. And right across the street, the 15-story student housing project, which also will include academic services and a number of other academic programs, will all be part of this campus from day one. Cultivating innovation is going to happen in a lot of different ways on this campus. We don't want to think only about the box of a classroom building, but rather the campus as the experience. Dr. Phillips Academic Commons is a 148,000 square foot facility, and we are very excited about the design and how it will look, but more excited about how it will function.
This is a building that's informed by 21st century understanding about how people learn.
We're going to have very flexible classrooms, public spaces, opportunities for interaction of students and faculty.
The student housing project is a 15-story, 600-bed project. It's really an interesting urban model for student housing because it's integrated both with the student housing beds and the academic space.
The top floors will be students living together, learning together, studying together.
Someone can actually live in the student housing project and simply take the elevator down to go to their classes.
So the Walt Disney's School of Hospitality and Culinary Arts will encompass about 50,000 square feet in the privately developed building that will be catty-corner to the Dr. Phillips Academic Commons. 3 culinary arts kitchens and 3 baking and pastry kitchens. There's going to be a wonderful beverage classroom that will also be a demonstration kitchen, so we can bring in celebrity chefs and we can teach weekend warrior classes.
This opportunity wouldn't have been possible without the City of Orlando and the vision of the Creative Village developers, but it wouldn't have become a reality without the investment of philanthropists, of individuals, and of other community partners.
From the very beginning, we've known that collaboration was going to define this campus, and certainly that's embodied by our work with Valencia College, but also many other partnerships that will enhance the experience of our students and also strengthen the impact of what happens here at Creative Village.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the Honorable Marcos Marchena, Chair of the UCF Board of Trustees.
Good morning, everyone. What an incredible video, what an incredible project. It is thrilling to be here this morning. So happy to see so many smiling faces. What a great turnout to celebrate a historic event for higher education in Central Florida. But first, I would like for you to turn your attention to our special guests from Howard Middle School Show Choir. They are going to sing our national anthem. If you're seated, please stand.
Stripes and bright stars through the
Please be seated. Thank you so much. That was beautiful, guys, from our very own OCPS Magnet School for the Visual and Performing Arts, just down the street, Howard Middle. I'm so glad to see such a large turnout here this morning, especially from the downtown community. I was commenting to my friend Fred Kittinger as I was saying hello to a few folks this morning that this group represents so much volunteer work, so much community work, so much building of our community, and I want to thank you for all that each of you do for Orlando and Orange County and Central Florida. Thank you so much. Because today we are making a big dream become a reality, and that's important. As chairman of the Board of Trustees at UCF, I know we have a long history of dreaming big. And I know that my colleagues on the Valencia board also share big dreams of elevating our community through education, of creating places where new ideas can flourish, and of working together to better the community where we live. Or as UCF we like to call it, access, innovation, and impact. But dreams only come true when many people believe in them. And that's what made this downtown campus possible. With support with our community, from our community, and our state leadership, we have created a campus that will lift Orlando through the power of education. I'd like to recognize a number of people here today. I can't recognize all of you personally, but I need to take a moment to recognize the other members of the Board of Trustees who are here with me today because of the amount of time they dedicate, not just to this project, but to UCF in general. Vice Chairman Bob Garvey is here. Ken Bradley is with us. Dr. Buck Brown is with us. Joseph Conti is here. Our faculty member who recently rotated off the board, Keith Coons, is here. And Dave Walsh is here. Is there anyone here that I did not call out? All right. We also have a number of other groups that we want to recognize. Either please stand or raise your hands to be recognized. City of Orlando Commissioners, thank you for being here today. Orange County Commissioners. Orange County School Board members. Other local and state elected officials. If you're here, please stand and be recognized. Valencia College Board of Trustees. Let's see, were any of the members of the Central Florida delegation here, the legislative delegation here? Great, Mike, thank you for being here. Philanthropic partners on the campus, if you're here, please stand and be recognized. And of course, the outstanding UCF and Valencia faculty and staff. Thank you for being here today. I also want to go ahead and recognize now several leaders who have joined us on stage. They're very special to the success of this project, and I'd like to pay special recognition to them. Thomas Kuntz, the chairman of the Florida Board of Governors. Tom, please stand and be recognized. Felicia Williams, president of Valencia's West Campus. Thad Seymour, Jr., Vice Provost for UCF Downtown. Craig Usler, President of Usler Development and lead developer of Creative Village. And Milka Durisma, a current UCF student and future downtown doctoral candidate and a phenomenal speaker. Thank you for being with us today. Now it is my distinct honor to invite a few words from the University of Central Florida's Provost and Executive Vice President, Dale Whitaker. Unfortunately, President Hitt could not be with us today, but he shares our enthusiasm in this community celebration. Indeed, it was President Hitt's vision for a campus in the heart of Orlando that has led us to this groundbreaking today. Provost Whitaker.
Thank you, Chairman Marchena, for that introduction and also for all that you do and for our UCF Board of Trustees do that have come to make this day such a historic occasion. At UCF and in Central Florida, we dream big. And with the downtown campus groundbreaking, another of our big dreams is coming true. In partnership with Valencia College, this innovative campus will offer a bold, new avenue for lifting lives and livelihoods for students from Paramore, from Central Florida, and from across the state of Florida. It'll provide area employers with talent that will invigorate and reshape the workforce. It'll energize this rising downtown of the #1 tourist destination city in America. And with today's groundbreaking, we begin a future of even greater prosperity in Central Florida. How great is that? Now, this journey began in Arizona in 2013. That year, Arizona State University President Michael Crow invited President Hitt to visit their downtown campus. Dr. Crow said that ASU had strategically assembled academic programs downtown that not only enhanced opportunities for students, but also transformed their urban environment. Dr. Hitt knew about Mayor Dyer's ambitious plans for this creative village in downtown Orlando. And what he saw at Arizona State got him thinking about the future of UCF and our university's strong ties with Orlando. Dr. Hitt told Mayor Dyer about what he saw, which resulted in a tour of the Phoenix campus by a group of city leaders in January of 2014. And what those leaders saw there in Phoenix impressed them. And that's really when the vision of UCF Valencia downtown emerged. And that's when I joined the UCF team. Our plans progressed with the backing and the perseverance of many stakeholders who saw an opportunity to advance our community and really wanted to dream big with us. When we work together on a common goal, we can achieve the unexpected. And with our downtown campus, Central Florida has again turned, as John Hitt likes to say, the impossible into the inevitable. Now let me thank all of our crucial partners who are part of today's celebration. They represent an all-star alliance of the Florida Board of Governors, the UCF Board of Trustees, Valencia College and President Sandy Shugart, the City of Orlando and Mayor Buddy Dyer, Orange County and Mayor Teresa Jacobs, the legislature led by Senate President Andy Gardner, House Speaker Steve Crisafulli, along with a long list of distinguished delegation members, Governor Rick Scott in his office, the Orange County Public School System, led by Chairman Bill Sublette and Superintendent Barbara Jenkins, leadership from Skanska, Schinkel Schultz Architecture, Robert A.M. Stearns Architects, Baker Barrios Architects, Canon Design, and UCF Facilities, and of course, our tremendous group of local leaders in business, the community, and in philanthropy. As Provost, I especially want to extend a special thanks to our faculty, those of you who were just recognized. I'm excited about this physical building that we're celebrating today, but frankly, I'm much more excited about how our talented and our dedicated faculty, both UCF and Valencia, together are developing the most innovative, impactful, and relevant curriculum in the country for this campus so that our students are better educated and prepared by being at this new campus. Thank you. Together, we have an exciting future ahead. Now, please join me in welcoming UCF's great friend and partner, Dr. Sandy Shugart, President of Valencia College.
Good morning. when one person has a huge vision and it remains with that one person, it proves only how fragile mental health really is. But when an entire community adopts a big dream, that's something else altogether. You might call Orlando the city of audacious dreams. Our whole history, this past half century or more, has been about one dream after another, not just dreamt, but realized. And yet, here's another. The hardest thing to do, other than endure the heat this morning, might be to name everyone who shared in shaping that dream. You did an admirable job of covering the A-list, but there's a huge community of folks who understand the underlying logic that nothing works like opportunity. Nothing in our society works like a genuine opportunity to make oneself better. And that's the core idea behind all of this. In every community, that should be the goal. It's been the goal from the beginning, 50 years ago at Valencia, 52 or 3 years ago at UCF, as we grew up together, two of the largest and most successful higher education institutions in the country, because we were built on a vision of opportunity. And we hope to push that vision here to new limits, both new limits in how we partner and new limits in how people can access education and change the trajectory, not just of their own life, but their family and their community forever. Thank you for joining us in this work. Let's get on with it.
Thank you, Dr. Sugart. I know that you have your 50-year celebration coming up. Congratulations for that. Folks, I know this probably breaks about 10 different rules of protocol, but if I don't do this, I'm going to regret it, so everybody smile. I have the privilege of working professionally with the next two people that I'm going to introduce, and it is indeed a privilege for me to work with them because of how they work. They not only get involved in leading, but they get involved in doing. And it is a real pleasure for me to be able to work with them. The first of the two is to introduce Orlando's longest-serving mayor and the original champion of the Creative Village more than a decade ago, Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer. Under Mayor Dyer's leadership, Orlando is a 21st century city with a strong focus on innovation, opportunity, and quality of life. It's no surprise then that Mayor Dyer often says he is the happiest mayor in America. Mayor Dyer, we thank you for keeping us happy too, every day in this great city. Mayor Dyer.
Thank you, Marcos. Marcos agreed to send everybody that by text, so you don't have to do it when you get up here. Today's another reason that I am, in fact, the self-proclaimed happiest mayor in America, but when my fellow mayors question me about that, and I tell them everything that we have going on here in Orlando, they tend to agree that it's the rightful title to have. You might know, as has been suggested already today, that Orlando has evolved over time, and this site that we sit on is a great example of that evolution of Orlando over time. For those of you who are as old as Commissioner Stewart and Commissioner Gray, you probably remember that at one point our economy was primarily based on agriculture, and that's when Dr. Phillips was making his fortune to be able to donate to good causes like the UCF downtown campus. And this site and that building over there was actually the livestock pavilion for the Central Florida Fairgrounds. So I'm old enough to have attended a number of Central Florida fairs at this site. And when our economy turned to hospitality, this area became downtown Orlando's Expo Center and the old Amway Arena, which was the first home of the Orlando Magic. And when our economy turned to technology, which is now, by the way, our region's second largest industry more than a decade ago, the city partnered with UCF and the state of Florida to transform the Expo building into the Florida Interactive Entertainment Academy which is now housed within the UCF Center for Emerging Media. And by the way, the FIA, the Florida Interactive Entertainment County, in just 8 short years has become the nation's premier school for video game design. How about that? #1 in the country. And now when we turn dirt today, it's the next evolution of this site that'll solidify Orlando as a nationally recognized education leader. And I think this campus will be a model for other cities and other communities. We certainly don't mind borrowing from other communities, and we're borrowing a little bit from Phoenix and from Arizona State University, but we borrow and then do it better. So we'll do it better here in Orlando. So there's a bunch of kids from the Paramore Kids Zone. Would you stand up here, please? Some of them you can't see because they're the little guys, and when they stand up, they're still shorter than the people that are sitting around them. But I want to thank you for being here because you're a big part of what today is all about. And I see this creating a pathway for them to opportunities all within walking distance of where they live. And it starts across the street with the new K-8 school. Thank you, Orange County Public Schools. And then a road to high school and graduation, opportunities provided by Harris Rosen at pre-K opportunity, and then scholarships, followed by Valencia and UCF. You guys can sit down if you want. And we heard the story this morning about a young woman who transitioned to a new job and opened a restaurant here in Orlando, having graduated from Valencia's culinary school. And they're going to have an opportunity to go to Valencia's culinary school right here on this site and maybe be a James Beard award-winning chef, or take the Sunrail one stop south, Andy, or one stop north to one of the 2 hospitals and be a hospital administrator. Or maybe they'll be mayor of Orlando, just not in the next 4 or 5 years, hopefully. And as it's already been said today, but I want to reemphasize as well, we couldn't do this as a community if we weren't willing to collaborate and partner. And Dr. Hitt calls UCF the Partnership University, and I think it's even trademarked now as the Partnership University. And I like to say Orlando is not the capital state, but we are the capital of collaboration here, and we do it better than just about anybody. So I quickly want to thank, because I'm the mayor, I want to thank our city council for being stalwarts and pushing this forward every day, and especially Commissioner Hill, who's the District 5 commissioner. The Creative Village concept team and Creative Village LLC, who helped put together the whole master plan. And then going back to the task force that was led by Ben Knoll and Susie Allen, who came up with the real concept for Creative Village about 10 years ago, I guess. Dr. Hitt, Dr. Schugert, UCF, Valencia, the boards of trustees, Senator Gardner and Representative Chris Foley, who were the leaders of the Senate and the House that made sure we got this done a few years ago. And then, of course, the Board of Governors, who were champions for that. And we were talking earlier today, I was talking to Tom Kuntz, who is the chairman of the board and has been a fantastic supporter of this. But he helped us create a better plan. We didn't get it done the first time, but there's a number of things that we have persisted on and created and continued to push and then made them even better. And I think the second iteration, what we have today, that involved $21 million of community support from our partners, including Dr. Phillips, has made this a true collaboration. So congratulations to everyone today, UCF, Valencia, for setting a new standard in the future of higher education. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Dyer. I probably don't have everyone's number to be able to text you the photograph, but if you go to Twitter at UCF Chairman, it's there already, and you're looking good. The other individual I was talking about earlier is another great leader in our community. Orange County Mayor Teresa Jacobs has been among the most vocal supporters of the downtown campus. That's because Mayor Jacobs is working every day to achieve great economic prosperity for the residents of Orange County. As mayor, she is deeply committed to providing opportunities for all of the families and children that she serves. If you haven't realized that over the past, I think, 16 years of her service, then you haven't been paying attention. And she understands how important education is to creating a sustained talent pipeline in our region. Mayor Jacobs, we're pleased to have you here today.
Wow. Okay, today is definitely one of those transformational days. I feel, Mayor Dyer, like you and I have used that term a lot, but every time we've used it, we've meant it, and this is just an incredible opportunity. For downtown Orlando, major game changer. For UCF and its student population, I can tell you personally, I have 4 children who have all graduated from college, 2 of them proud knights, but they're both a little upset with me. They're upset with me because they said I brought them into this world a couple of years too soon. They would give anything for the opportunity to go to school in downtown Orlando. And that's a great compliment to you, Mayor Dyer, and the job that you've done with downtown Orlando. But it's also an incredible compliment to the job that Dr. Hitt has done. We've talked a lot about collaboration and the power of collaboration, and we've seen it time and time again. We are invincible when we stick together. Last year, we witnessed the power of unity and the healing role that unity plays in our community. But there's also the power of good, strong leaders. And to people like Dr. Hitt and to people like Sandy Shugart, we are enormously blessed in this community to have the kind of leadership in our higher institutions that care about the student population, but they also care tremendously about our whole community. So I wanted to join in the choir of voices here today to recognize the tremendous accomplishments and to thank the UCF Board of Trustees, to thank you, Mr. Chairman, and to thank all of you who have played a significant part or even just a quiet part of being part of the cheering, believing group of citizens who knew that we could get this done. And with that said, I can't wait to see this come to fruition and to see the next generation of Knights come right out of Paramore and to see so many of our Paramore students employed, enrolled, and achieving because of that, because that is the brightest sign of success we could ever hope for. God bless.
Thank you, Mayor Jacobs. It is clear from everything that we are hearing here today that this campus is only possible through partnerships. And a lot of different people have worked together to make this happen. And not just here at the local level, but those governing at the state level had a huge say, from Governor Scott to the legislature to the Board of Governors. Without the support of past Senate President Andy Gardner and past House Speaker Steve Crisafulli, we would not be having this groundbreaking ceremony today. Together, and because of their leadership, they saw the impact that UCF and Valencia's campus would have on access to higher education in Central Florida. I would like to invite Orlando native President Gardner and UCF alumnus Speaker Crisafulli up here together. And after they speak, we're going to have another short video to show you how we're bringing their vision to life. Good morning, gentlemen.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for the opportunity. You know, in politics, timing is everything. And for our community, the opportunity to have the Senate President who grew up here, that went to Howard, that knew this community, and then to have the Speaker of the House that is an alumnus of the University of Central Florida, to be a part of making this happen, you could not have had better timing. And it was the right time to make this happen. There is one person that I do want to recognize, because when you're honored to be Senate President, you don't always get to watch everything work. And if it had not been for Senator David Simmons right here, my rules chairman, many of you would come see me when I was president. I'd always say, go see David. And David was always the one that I would ask him, where are we? How are we doing on this project? And I could not have had a better partner. You know, Mayor Dyer mentioned that in Tallahassee, it actually took 2 years. And the reality is, the second time around, the deal was a better deal for our community. It was a buy-in with everybody, the financial support from the business community. I'm excited about what this is going to be. It has not been mentioned, but it should be known, there are going to be 8,000 students living in downtown Orlando, in Orange County. Think about that. And where you live is where you want to work. And that's the future of our community. As I said before, not only with Senator Simmons, but Steve Crisafulli, when it came time to take care of our community, there was never any disagreement about what we were going to do. So it is truly an honor to be up here with my good friend, former Speaker of the House, Steve Crisafulli.
Thank you, Mr. President. And I think we can both say this, but the best part of our new title is former, based on what's going on today in politics. But as you've heard, and as you'll hear more today, this is about partnerships and coming together and working together. And I think the greatest thing about this partnership and the way we were able to accomplish this in Tallahassee was partisanship wasn't part of this. This is what was good for our community and for our region. And I think it was mentioned earlier by the Provost, he said it lifts lives. Well, it doesn't just lift individual lives. It lifts the lives of those in this region. And in a metropolitan area that's one of the quickest growing metropolitan areas in the country, in a city that's one of the quickest growing cities in the country, in a state that's one of the quickest growing states in the country, this has brought an opportunity to this region that I think we will see for years to come. And as the President mentioned, there are other people that are always involved in making these opportunities come true. This Central Florida delegation worked together side by side, day in and day out, to make sure that this opportunity came to downtown Orlando. It doesn't happen without the vision of many people, but it has to take place with those behind the scenes doing the work. One of those individuals that's here today is Representative Mike Miller. Mike, if you would stand and be recognized. Obviously, there were many more. Representative Mariano's here today. She didn't have the fortune of, please, yes, stand to be recognized. She didn't have the fortune of being there with us next year, but trust us, there'll be more things. We'll come to you, we'll talk to you and ask you to get those done. But it happens with vision. It happens with dreams. We've talked about the dreams, and today this dream is becoming a reality. So thank you to each and every one of you that have played a part in this role. Mr. President, thank you for your partnership. As he said, we were always side by side on these issues. We knew what was important to this community, and we were able to get it done. So again, thank you.
The downtown campus is UCF's and Valencia's chance to build a true 21st century urban campus.
It brings together the students, it brings together the businesses, and it brings together the community.
Downtown is going to be a unique learning experience. It's going to be a place that's going to be full of creativity.
I think Orlando has an amazing history, but more importantly, an amazing future. Every great city has a great university as an anchor.
Education's always been a critical component of the Creative Village vision. We get to redevelop 68 acres from scratch.
We're putting those programs down in the urban core that can benefit from all of the real-world learning opportunities there.
I'm excited to be going downtown. I'm excited about the resources, internships, and learning opportunities.
We have a chance to rethink education right here in Creative Village.
When you think about this educational ecosystem, when you think about moving students from preschool and having the opportunity to attain an education all the way through to graduate level, that has the capacity really to transform one's quality of life.
You know, people can't be what they can't see. And once you expose children to endless possibilities, you ought to see their eyes when they light up. Having UCF here in the community, I mean, they can be able to walk to the PS8 school. Then from there, they can walk to Jones High School. Then they can walk over to Valencia and UCF. That's very exciting.
I think it's going to open up a lot of doors for students that had not yet thought those doors could be open.
As a first-generation college student myself, I know that this is going to open eyes and doors, worlds, to the community.
The time is now, the place is very defined, and we believe that we can achieve the greatest result.
There's been amazing effort and collaboration to get us to the point of putting shovels in the ground, and in many ways it seems like an end point. But what I'm excited about is we're just getting started.
Folks, it's one thing to have a good idea, is another to really make it happen. And that's the power of philanthropy. The beautiful building you just saw in the video is made possible because of a number of gifts, but particularly because of a lead $7 million gift from Dr. Phillips Charities. Yes. It will be the center of our campus when it opens in 2019, and a place for innovative learning, new ideas, and where our community of students will gather to talk about philanthropy at work and his organization's commitment to the campus. I want to invite Ken Robinson, President and CEO for Dr. Phillips Charities and the Dr. P. Phillips Foundation up. Ken, thank you so much for your generous gift that will impact thousands of lives.
Thank you, Chairman. My generous gift. I'm pretty sure it's Dr. Phillips' generous gift. I don't think I have that check to write yet. Thank you so much for everybody being here. Helping others help themselves. That's been the Dr. Phillips motto dating back to the 20s and 30s when Dr. Phillips was first here in Central Florida. And you have to think about that. What better way to help others help themselves than through education? Dr. Phillips himself believed that education was the key to success. His son Howard believed that. Howard started giving gifts to UCF back in the 1960s through scholarships. And our board of directors today still carries that exact same belief. When the board first heard about this opportunity downtown, when Mayor Dyer brought the big guns and came with Dr. Hitt and with the UCF leadership team and introduced this project to our board of directors, they were all in immediately. They had, as usual, about 500 questions and wanted to make sure it was going to be done purposeful. No gift from Dr. Phillips is a true gift. It's an investment. We think of this as an investment. It's an investment into downtown Orlando. It's an investment into UCF. It's an investment into Valencia Community College. And it's an investment, Valencia State, excuse me. And it's most importantly, it's an investment into the youth here in the Paramore District. We want to see this opportunity come to them. I want to take just a minute and thank our board of directors. A number of them are here with us. Could they stand and be recognized, please? We have our chairman, Jim Ferber, Dan Wilcox, Dr. Margaret Miller, who was a professor out at UCF, and John Hillemeyer, sporting the quite fashionable today. When we look at this $7 million investment, we couldn't be more proud of what's going on and what's happening with downtown Orlando. We want to see it grow. We want to see the opportunity for the students to not only attend college, but to also have their internships right here, to live, work, and play. And the model that was brought to us by Valencia and by UCF was a model that allowed that to happen right here, and the students to get a world-class education, but about 30% less than it was costing before. So we couldn't be prouder to be involved in this. Thank you to our board. Thank you to all of you who have donated anything from $10 to $100,000. Everybody, we have to come together. We have to make these things possible. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ken. I know it feels like we're conducting an experiment to see how long it takes somebody to melt, but we're trying to hurry things along. The last speaker in our program is a very special speaker and someone who embodies the reason we're building this campus with our partners in the community. 17-year-old Portia Jones is a junior at Jones High School. She lives about 5 minutes from the new downtown campus. She's one of 7 siblings, all girls. I thought my wife and I were crazy because we had 3 girls, 7 girls. She is an honor student, a member of the track team, and new to the varsity cheerleading squad. Because her mom works long hours, Portia often helps take care of her younger sisters. They are a close-knit family, and Portia wants to stay near them while she pursues her dream of going to college at the downtown campus and eventually becoming a medical doctor. I'd like to invite up the future Dr. Jones to share her story with us. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Portia Jones, and I'm an 11th grader at Jones High School. I am an honors student as well as a student athlete. I participate in sports such as track, flag football, and the high school girls varsity cheer team. I come from a family of 7 girls. In my family, we get the things we need versus the things we want. My mother works very hard to ensure that my sisters and I are well taken care of and that we have the right resources and tools to become successful in life. I want to go to college so that I can show my sisters that anything is possible with an education. I plan on attending the University of Central Florida and majoring in medicine. Ever since I was little, I always envisioned myself going to college, joining a sorority, participating in extra activities because I'm a social butterfly, graduating, and making a better life for my family and myself. Thank you to UCF, Valencia, and the City of Orlando's PKZ program for affording me this history-making opportunity. My education is very important to me, and I believe that education is the key to success. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Portia, don't go away just yet. Don't go away just yet. Thank you so much for being with us today. We know you have a bright future ahead, and I'm sure your mom is very proud. Since today is about making big dreams come true, I want you to stay up here and just stay with us for a minute. Dr. Sugart and Provost Whitaker have a little surprise for you. We are happy to present to you a $1,000 scholarship from UCF and Valencia for your studies at the downtown campus. Congratulations. We can't wait for you to join us as a student at the downtown campus. Thank you. All right, folks, the time has finally come for us to break ground on the new downtown campus. I want to thank each of you for being here today. It means a great deal to us. And I hope you'll stay a while and enjoy the camaraderie of your colleagues and community friends that perhaps you don't get to see all that often. If you have not explored our Creative Village Gallery inside the air-conditioned Center for Emerging Media, please do so right after the photographs. We also have several food trucks serving lunch just on the other side of the fence, and we have a photo booth just behind us where you can get your photos of the groundbreaking day. Now, for photos, I want to invite several friends from the Paramore Kids Zone to join our platform party at the foot of the stage. We'll have folks there to direct you. Thank you once again, all of you, for coming today, and let's break ground on the future of downtown Orlando. God bless.
Open your eyes, look at the day. You'll see things in
Next up, if the city commissioners and county commissioners can join us up front for a photo with the shovels. City of Orlando and county commissioners up front for a picture with the shovels.